Hello, welcome back for today's class. Today we are going to study about Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, born on 27th Feb 1807 in United States and completed his journey on 24th March 1882. He was an American poet and educator. His poetry is known for its lyrical quality, which gives it song like features and makes it distinct musicality. Some of his famous works are Paul Revere's Ride, The Song of Hiawatha, Evangeline, Birds of Passage. He was the first American writer who has translated Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy and was one of the fireside poets from New England. Before starting the text, we should know that the poem Daybreak was taken from Birds of Passage. This poem has 9 rhyming couplets. It means that each stanza consists of 2 lines, and overall there are 18 lines in the complete poem. The rhyming scheme of the poem is AABB. Poet has used breezy style to the poem. As I told before that Wadsworth poetry is known for its lyrical quality, same way this poem is lyrical in nature. Now let's analyze the title of the poem Daybreak first. Daybreak is the time when the sun rises. A day consists of 24 hours. Out of that 24 hours, 12 hours for daytime and rest 12 hours for night time. There is one more kind of day, which is according to the cosmic calendar, symbolizes the daybreak when we take birth on earth, and the night or twilight is the time where the life is after death. In the poem Daybreak, poet has used some words which shows construction. Construction means birth. Construction means life. Now let's see to those words which are in the poem. Sea, that is source of our origin. Land, place where life shifted from the sea. Mist, which is grey in color and symbolizes death. Banners, the flag of life. Chanticleer, the announcer. Clarion, the horn that God will blow. Bell, which is a death bell. Last, not yet in quite lie. Poet is talking about cosmic day, that is the day when all Christians will dead and will take birth on a new day with everlasting glory. Let's begin up with the poem. I will read a couplet for you and then explain it. So pay attention. A wind came up out of the sea and said, "O mists, make room for me." Here, poet has described the activity of sea wind at dawn. Poet has also personified the sea wind and presented the complete poem in the form of a dialogue. At dawn, the sea wind started to blow with the message of awakening to the human world as well as to the other agents of nature. As before dawn, atmosphere was hazy, full of mist, making the air heavy and still. But with the daybreak, wind from the sea started to blow and requested the mist to give him the passage. It hailed the ships and cried, "Sail on, ye mariners, the night is gone." Here, the sea wind greeted the ships and impatiently gave call to the sailor to start their journey on the sea as the night is over. Third couplet, and hurried landward far away, crying, "Awake, it is the day." Here, in this couplet, poet is expressing that the sea wind in a hurry came on the land and cried to everyone to wake up as it is a daytime. Now let's see to the couplet 4. It is said, "Unto the forest, shout, hang all your leafy banners out." Here, the poet is expressing that the wind blew through the forest and asked the forest to create murmuring sound and open their leaves as flags of nature to welcome life. Now let's see to the fifth couplet. It touched the wood bird's folded wing and said, "O bird, awake and sing." Here the poet is expressing through the wind that the birds in the forest remain asleep with the folded wings. The sea wind touched their folded wings and asked them to open it so that they could start their flight and sing nicely to welcome the life. And o'er the farms a chant clear, your clarion blow, the day is near. Here, the poet is expressing that the sea wind went towards the farm and requested the rooster to crow like a trumpet because the clear day was near. Now let's look to the next couplet. It whispered to the fields of corn, bow down and hail the coming morn. Here the poet is expressing that sea wind whispered to the fields of ripe corn, whose heads were heavily loaded, to bow down to greet the approaching day. It shouted through the belfry tower, "Awake, O bell, proclaim the hour." In the eighth couplet, the poet is expressing the sea wind has requested the church bell to announce or to declare the hour that the day has arrived, the life has started. It crossed the churchyard with a sigh and said, "Not yet in quiet lie." The poet came to an end of his poem with these words, and also the journey of the wind came to an end. In the churchyard, the place for burial, the wind left a sigh for those who are lying under grave in peace. Here the wind just want to convey the message that all dead Christians will rise up with the everlasting glory one day. And with this message, the blowing wind came to an end, providing the message to all.